The number you have dialed has been changed. The new number is... Please note, the new number is...
What in tarnation?
Gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen, everyone, this is the Random Green Podcast. In today's podcast episode, I wanted to do a Random Green Investigates style type podcast, which is basically a couple things. Since I'm random, I have to discuss this. The fact that, are you accidentally subscribed to my channel? I mean, I don't blame you. I question how many actually individuals. I know no one watches my channels. And basically, you have to pay YouTube to watch. If you have a channel on YouTube, if you want your channel promoted, I think now they're asking for like $200 or something to promote, to get 5,000 views, maybe on a YouTube short. But, it's crazy, though. In order to get views, you have to upload shorts. And if you want to have views on, say, a video, podcast or podcast video, live stream, it depends how successful, again, you are as a channel. But if you're not up there, I think YouTube at the same time is not even, if you're not uploading shorts, you are not being even looked at. You're not even in the algorithm, basically. You might get a few inspirations, not inspirations. What is it? What am I thinking, guys? Come on. I'll think about it here. Impressions. I'm sorry about that. Impressions. If you're not getting any impressions on YouTube, or if you're not in the algorithm, you're not going to get as much impressions. Because if you have a lot of impressions, someone's going to click on the video. Eventually, someone on planet Earth that's on YouTube is going to click on the video. And the thing is, when you aren't successful and you have the algorithm's not going to be on your side. Impressions, I think there was one video, and it was like a month ago. I looked back on the impressions, and it was like 15 impressions. Or 15, yeah, and 15 impressions. That means whoever saw clicking through whatever means through YouTube, it came across, and the impressions were like, again, 15, and it was a video like from a month old. And when you only have 15 impressions, I mean, the click-through rate is really bad on my channel. It's like 3% or something, 4%. I mean, considering the views I have on videos and podcasts and shorts and live streams, and even the community tab, I put out stuff. And I granted, when there are so many videos, or so many videos out there, there's better channels are going to obviously get the impressions. They're going to get more impressions, and they're going to get a higher click rate. And that's fine, totally expected. But the algorithm, basically, the algorithm's not going to be on your side if you have not a good channel when it comes to. I know I'm just mumbling here. I'm trying to get my sentences coherent, not incoherent. But and I get it. Like I say, I'm not the best speaker. I'm not the most articulate speaker. I don't have the best voice. I get it. But, I mean, you think about it, and it's weird how I can upload, and I know I've mentioned this before, I can upload shorts, and I just don't seem to get any success. I mean, I get success, and there's times where I get maybe one view on a short, and then 500 plus, up to 1,000. Seriously? So the algorithm is always, it's going to be inconsistent if your channel's inconsistent. I mean, so, and I want to get back to, did you accidentally subscribe? Because I notice sometimes I'll get a subscriber, and I don't know who it is if you don't have if you keep your subscriptions private, you're not going to be able to know who's subbed to you. So, but I notice it, and it's like maybe they accidentally subscribe to the channel and realize, oh, it's a random channel, like without even thinking about it. Oh, it's nothing to do with sports. Oh, it's sports, everything. It's so sports, vlogs, videos of games, faith or theism, atheism, skepticism, and all that. And people just don't seem to care. And when they click on, it's like sometimes they accidentally subscribe. When you subscribe to a channel, do you do your research? Do you thoroughly do your research and go through the videos and see that he's consistent on what you're saying? Because I might be not consistent with some people, and I might, even both sides, like even the political stuff. I don't try to just be one. I mean, I don't try to go too far to the left, too far to the right. I try to stay, you just don't know. What am I, leftist or rightist? I'm neither. Just throw that out there. But I do I do say things that I don't hold back, I think the purpose of YouTube is to be respectful, and but don't be firm and voice your opinion. And heck, I could be wrong. But I'm always about, like when it comes to politics, it's about, I'm not like a big Trump fan, like I got to have a big, huge MAGA hat on all the time, or a MAGA structure or something, or I don't have to have an LGBTQ flag out there or whatever. And it's, like I say, when it comes to politics, I call it like I see it, and when it comes to like climate change, I'm not going to just deny climate change because I think it, and I see the evidence of the weather, firsthand evidence of November 24th, as I'm doing this podcast video, that there's it's crazy the weather. Never. And when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s, it would always be like there'd be snow on the ground at least. But the changing of the seasons now, that probably is climate change more than likely. And if you're offended, well, you know what you can do. I hope you're not offended, but if you're, it's not like I try to come on here and be offensive, and I just try to have a good sense of humor. Not everybody's going to find it, and not everybody's going to find me funny, and that's totally fine. That's totally expected. That is absolutely fine. You see, absolutely fine. It's perfectly acceptable if no one finds me funny. I don't blame you. But I just also curious, did somebody accidentally subscribe? Because I see, like, I just got a subscription or a subscriber, or it said subscribed, and then I went back to the lower number, and I do pay attention. It wasn't the 260s, now it's the 250s of the number of subscribers, and that's fine, because at the end of the day, I think it's all about views to me. The more views I get, the more happier I am. I don't really look at, I go to the back section and say the about section, and it'll say I keep in tabs of how many views I've had. For how many views I've actually had, well over 100,000. I consider how small this channel is and how many subscribers and really how many videos. Yeah, I could say that's not the best, but at the same time, I could say it's really quite good to have that many views and that few subscribers. Really, it's still a big deal. If someone wants to unsubscribe, they can always do it. No skin off my back. And in fact, I think it's kind of nice not having a bunch of subscribers and not living off YouTube, not having channel memberships, because it would be kind of a stressful job to just have your money come from YouTube or channel memberships. That would really stink, and I'm glad I'm just able to do this as a hobby, fun, and it's no skin off my back if I get no views or no subscribers. And if I keep on sticking with it, maybe I will have more views and subscribers. But at this point, I know after I think I started this channel like in about 8 years now. I've had this channel. I didn't really start making videos the last 5-6 years now, going on 7, something like that. So, and I started as a video game channel. Then I started doing multiple things. But like I say, you just never, with randomness, you can never expect anything. And I think a lot of, in one way, I continue to be a prophet. I not a major prophet, not the prophets of like Daniel or whatever. But I definitely have when it says too random for you, it means too random for you. But you think there'd be way more subscribers to my channel, because if you want to stop a supernova with your bare hands, you think that'd be kind of cool to stop a supernova with your bare hands. Now that would be really cool. And it seems to be nobody really cares about that. Why? That's kind of strange. But it's like I say, it's all for fun. And I think I'll title this podcast, Did You Accidentally Subscribe? Which, in all honesty, I didn't necessarily talk. I said a lot more, being random. And, yeah, well, like I say, this video might not get a lot of listens, views, or whatever you want to call these podcasts. I mean, it's kind of like funny how the podcast basically stole from the radio. Not really. I mean, I'm just saying. The podcast took the video or the from the radio and turned it into your own personal podcast. Then kind of YouTube transformed the podcast into video podcasts, which I think is kind of cool. Anyway, Thank you all for stopping by the Random Green TV YouTube channel. Have a nice day.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Please hang up and try again.
Hi!